Howdy y'all, Dean Stilley here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news with your Mexico wrap-up, and we'll talk about Lockn a little bit. Last week was a great week for a bunch of us. Just an amazing time in Mexico. The Moon Palace, I think, is definitely an improvement over the Barcelo. It's a little narrow maybe, there's some things, just conversational topics, really no complaints. I like they have a good kids program with the Barcelo. That was great with the family. The kids loved that. They did arts and crafts and creative things and were outside, and you could drop them off there for an hour or two and let them have some fun with some other kids, and mom and dad could do what they want and have a little time to themselves. But they didn't have that at the Moon Palace. That was one of the pluses there at the Barcelo if you go with the family. Moon Palace had some kind of arcade type room, but we're in Mexico. I don't want to leave my kids playing video games inside. But anyway, like I said, little things, but that was one of the strong points of the Barcelo. Overall, Moon Palace much better. The food was much better. Motherfuckers got octopus on every menu. I had so much octopus while I was there. I was in the shower, hand hit the wall, I couldn't get it off. I damn near started turning into partial octopus while I was there. But the food was great. Everywhere I went, it was cooked right. You go to Lebanese or hibachi or Italian, it was everywhere. You could have octopus for breakfast if you wanted, and sometimes I did. Breakfast the morning when you come home really is lackluster. You're used to seeing this enormous buffet. You come home, you got fucking Cheerios, and that's it. You hit you right away, first morning for breakfast. We get the kids back to school on Wednesday. Thank you all for being so good to my kids. It gave them so much stuff. The kids go back to school on Wednesday, look like a psychedelic miniature of Mr. and Mrs. T. My kids put on 42 necklaces, bracelets up there. They wore everything that you guys gave them the first day back. They were so overdone in Pitt's Power finale going to school on Wednesday. It was hilarious. I got a chuckle out of it. They were thrilled. People talk about, I follow chatter on social media a little bit, talk about how this is an event for yuppies and elitists. And what's funny is there's some regular folks there in Mexico that have figured out life, figured out how to get there. I know it could be a costly trip for a lot of folks, but really just a lot of regular people there. I would wear the ascot just to make fun of it all. It's just a bunch of regular folks that have figured. Anytime I see comments on social media and somebody says cash grab, I know one thing right off the bat: that's a broke motherfucker. They haven't figured out life. They haven't figured out how to make it happen for themselves. They're pissed at everybody that has. So I absolutely find it humorous when I hear that. I think Dead & Company, Mexico is a pricey trip, but overall Dead & Company is the best deal in large scale entertainment. For all their shows, if you want to rush in and buy, CID's packages and you need tickets on day one and you got to be in the pit and stuff like that, well, then you can expect to pay a little bit. But otherwise, there's seats available all over arenas, especially come summer with stadium tours. Tickets will be damn near free a day of show. There's no doubt about that. And so I don't know. When I see things like cash grab, I just think that's a broke motherfucker. Regardless, we had a great time. The music was really good. Third night, I thought, was absolute magic. A huge thanks to everybody that came out for my birthday party once again. The folks at CID, Mo, big props to Mo with CID. She was amazing. She was patient as kind as could be getting my thing together. Had a 13-bolt cake there in Mexico. We had Laura there to cut it properly. She's got some experience in the banquet business. She properly cut the cake, so as many people as possible could get a piece of it, and we appreciate that as well. It was a great time. Tony and Tracy, thank you so much. Amazing job, CID, for your support in that. Thank you so much. Like I said, I think the Moon Palace is an improved resort. Were there some hiccups? Maybe there was some hiccups along the way. You're going to have some hiccups when you're putting on a big show. I think getting into the show should be much easier than it is. It's a little bit excessive with the searches on the way in. We've all been through TSA and customs and everything else. Have living shit screened out of us and searched out of us prior to getting there. I don't think it should be as hard to get into the show and check in. The check-in process maybe could, that one could be expedited a little bit. But like I say, these are just points of conversation, not complaints at all, because overall, I think for the amount of people they have on a single resort, they did great. The staff was amazing. It was a give and give relationship. It was not a give and take relationship. It was two parties, us and them, giving to each other in the spirit of love and kindness, and they were so good to us. And I was proud to be part of a community that was super good to the staff there, and just a great, great time. So props to everyone, all of us, for bringing the love and bringing the generosity. I talked about all the stuff the kids have. Listen, Mexico is a place for givers. Everybody was there to give, really. It was from the groups that do the auctions and stuff like that, and donating to the band's charities, and getting supplies to Mexican schools. This is just really an event for givers, and it's no wonder that they're able to be there and they have the resources it takes to get there, because that's what life is like when you're just always giving. And it was great to be out there with so many givers and contributors, and just all of us being blessed in a beautiful piece of property at a great time of the year, having the time of our lives with our favorite musicians. So Mexico, a tremendous success. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait to go again. That while we're there, they announced Jazz Fest. I don't know, the Members of the Dead might be the jazziest thing that have hit Jazz Fest in a while. We should almost be called Jam Fest at this point. But anyway, they announced they're going to be there. I'm sure that'll be a great time. It's a little one and done. That doesn't happen a whole lot. And everybody eagerly awaiting summer tour announcements will be coming up soon. We get Lockn announced the day I get back there, and Lockn's loaded. If you're a Deadhead, Lockn's got plenty of stuff for you there. That menu was full of Dead-friendly stuff, and mixed up with a lot of other great stuff too. I was looking through this list, and I was thinking, you got Marcus King and Taz on Thursday. Steal Your Thursday is going to be some kind of way to kick this thing off. Marcus King, the most illuminating smile in the industry. Really, he smiles, lights up the universe, and has got the talent to back that up as well. You got Taz, who just brings so much passion to it. And these are the guys that they'll be driving this thing forward as time goes on. You get the first appearance by Dark Star Orchestra. So Dark Star Orchestra makes their debut at Lockn. That's going to be great. Be some properly paced Grateful Dead music being played there. There's going to be a lot of that with the lineups they have. Dark Star Orchestra will bring it, I'm sure. They're Thursday on the main stage, and the Thursday night Jerry Dance Party, that's going to be amazing. We're going to have on the main stage, through the full sound system, we're getting Jerry Garcia Band. That's probably going to be as close to being in a venue with Garcia as people have experienced since '95. I certainly haven't heard at full volume Garcia coming through a enormous system like that, and that's going to be special. That's Thursday night, the Jerry Dance Party. That will be a psychedelic experience to be remembered. You want to get there early for that. And then, of course, the rest of the weekend we have Phil. Naturally, what a blessing to be celebrating Phil's 80th, with him still making amazing music with, in my opinion, some of the best friends he's played with. My favorite was always the Q. I used to see all the Beacon shows when they did the Beacon runs in the Q days. And so anytime you get in Warren Haynes and you getting Jimmy Herring together with Phil, that music will not suffer from any tempo problems. There's going to be some good stuff happening there. The whole schedule's loaded. Friday, Grateful Shred, you get the Chain Gang, so we got some Allman Brothers blood there in the mix. The Dickinsons, listen, there's a lot of good stuff here. Goose, they're on the rise. Goose is like the Billy Strings of jam bands. Goose is just all of a sudden everywhere you look. They were outstanding in Mexico. play to me and my uncle that was better than the one the Dead and Company played. Those guys can tear it up. Fun guys. A lot of people got to party with them there in Mexico. They were having a blast with the fans. Get to see Bruce Hornsby. Everybody loves Hornsby. Government Mule. This is going to be strong. Brandy Carlisle, not to be confused with Belinda Carlisle. She got to be everybody. This isn't the Go-Go's. This is Brandy Carlisle. And then the Q is going to headline that one. That's really strong. Listen, we got Government Mule. I wish String Cheese was there. Peter Shapiro, he's the king of the collaborations. He knows how to get musicians together to make some really incredible music. No one does that better than him, and Lockn really is the place where all that goes down. That's why you make it to Lockn. I wish String Cheese was there. We got Government Mule, and then we get Government Cheese maybe. One night. So I don't know if you're going to get that. I don't think we're getting String Cheese. There's still that to be announced spot. Not certain who that belongs to, but the way Shapiro puts things together, I'm surprised. I'm certain everybody will have a very pleasant surprise, is what I meant to say there. Listen, you might get a chance to chain goose Bruce Hornsby and Brandy Carlisle. You don't know, they could mix it up like that. Great time, I'm sure. When they start mixing up these collaborations. On Saturday, we got Kendall Street Company, Garcia Peoples, Grateful Shred, Black Pumas, Mike Gordon. You got David Crosby, one of the best voices in rock and roll history. That's going to be great stuff. O'Teal and Friends is going to be stronger than an acre of garlic, I'm sure. They know how to bring it. O'Teal knows how to put it together. He's going to have some new stuff that he's bringing with him. I'm sure that's going to be great. And then the Q once again, and Crosby's going to join the Q. Really, once again, throughout the night, the possibilities for collaborations are endless. You probably get Mike Gordon shredded Black Pumas. Just so many things can happen here. It's not even funny. Sunday, Keller Williams Grateful Gospel to the main stage. Midnight North, War and Treaty. A lot of stuff going on. Railroad Earth's going to do Old and In the Way. I think that's really cool. Some Electric Hot Tuna, Leon Bridges. You get Phil Rad featuring John Mayer to end this thing on Sunday night. Boy, that'll be another really strong time, and you can expect the collaborations. I mean, we may get a Midnight Railroad Tuna Bridge to Phil Rad. That's how it goes there at Lockn. O'Teal's there, and so is Mayer. If we feed the guys in J-Rad a bunch of sleeping pills, you might get Joe Russo's Almost Dead and Company. Who knows what's going to come together during the course of this weekend, but I know it'll be dynamite. Garcia's Forest has some great stuff going on. You got Circles Around the Sun, Ghost Note. The Ace of Cups are going to be there. I'm happy about that. These women are unbelievable. They jam. They've been around the scene as long as anybody. David Gans, I believe this might be his debut performance at Lockn. I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. But him and Fragile Thunder will be there at the Garcia stage. There's going to be some great stuff that's going to go down at Lockn. So Shapiro always puts on one hell of a party, and I am certain it'll be no different this year. The schedule is just stacked with talent. Got to admit, to be announced, I'm missing Tedeschi Trucks Band in there. They're Lockn regulars and some favorites of mine, so I was a little bit surprised when I saw the absence of Tedeschi Trucks Band on the schedule, but there's something for everyone here, and this is going to be a hell of a way to kick off the summer at Lockn. So anyway, love you long time. It's been a hell of a week. We got some exciting things coming in the future, and we'll be here to talk about them when they do. So for now, love you.